For 8 players, this is a more than special Super Bowl trip. It's a trip home. Playing high school football in Texas was huge, but this is now a chance to play on the home turf in the biggest stage in the world. And for the Harrell family in Ennis, it marks a victory for a year that's been filled with adversity. When the Packers were celebrating the NFC Championship in Chicago last night, Sam and Kathy Harrell were loving life at their home in Ennis. Their son Graham had just clinched a trip home to Super Bowl 45 in Arlington.
He realizes that it's a, perhaps a once-in-a-lifetime thing. How many people, get to go to the Super Bowl? I mean, not many get to play in the NFL, and then there's a bunch of them playing in the NFL and still don't get to go to the Super Bowl. And so he's really looking forward to it and excited about it.
Graham Harrell is the third quarterback for the Packers behind Aaron Rodgers and fellow Texan Matt Flynn. He set many records at Texas Tech, spent a year in the Canadian Football League, tried to make it with the Browns, but it's the Packers who have given him NFL life. He's only played during the preseason, but his big task all year long, including the next 2 weeks, to imitate the opposing team's quarterback on the scout team. This week, it's Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah, that'll be his role, some and to show the Pittsburgh offense. But, I don't know if anybody can be Big Ben,
But Sam Harrell does have confidence in his son, who led Ennis to the 4A state title as a sophomore. He owns 88 records at Texas Tech, finished 4th at the Heisman, won the Johnny Unitas Award. But even more important, Graham, his 2 brothers, Zach and Clark, and their mother, Kathy, have been Sam's pillar of support in the wake of the news that he has multiple sclerosis.
It just really hurt at first, Dave, to know that I couldn't go out and play basketball with him anymore. I couldn't go out and play tennis with him anymore. I got where I thought of, gosh, one day they're going to have kids, and am I going to be able to go out in the backyard and just play catch with the kids, something you'd like to do, and I didn't, and it just kind of made me feel like, I'm not really a dad. I'm not going to be a granddad, to my own boys and grandkids or whatever. And the boys were just so good about that. But that doesn't take anything away or mean anything. And then just hear them say that was very helpful.
The disease forced him to give up his spot as the Ennis head football coach this past year after leading the Lions to 3 state championships. He's already undergone 1 adult stem cell treatment in Panama and is set for his 2nd round in March. But the disease didn't stop him from taking a trip to Lambeau Field this past year. And now, thanks to Graham, he gets to go to his first ever Super Bowl.
You'd like to, say, hey, I've been to one. It's kind of like getting to go to Yankee Stadium, and that's one thing I got to do. I wanted to go to Yankee Stadium. I wanted to go to Lambeau Field, and I did. I wanted to go to a Super Bowl sometime. I didn't know if I was going to get to do that one, but sure enough, I am.
Well, Sam looks good, says he feels good, and he hopes this 2nd round of stem cell treatment, which actually comes from his own fat cells, will help him walk with better balance. And if you know him, don't be calling him for Super Bowl tickets, as he's already received about 15 phone calls, and he just hopes to get enough for himself, for Zach, Clark, and Kathy to get into the game. And, of course, he said all that with a big-time smile. Hey, maybe you know one of these families. Try to get tickets from them. Graham has 4 Packer teammates from the DFW area. Defensive end Josh Bell played at Skyline. Dimitri Nance ran the football for Euless Trinity. Tackle Marshall Newhouse from Lake Highlands also played at TCU. And strong safety Charlie Pepra from Plano East. Several local connections for the Steelers. Remember some of these guys? Former Cowboys Flozell Adams and Sean Sweezum. Former SMU Mustang Emmanuel Sanders having a good rookie year in Pittsburgh. And the 2 Steelers who grew up here, tackle Jonathan Scott from Dallas Carter and punter Daniel Sepulveda from Highland Park High School. A lot of proud families getting to see their teams.
Hold on, I need a phone. You got a phone on you?
Yeah.
No. Got to make a few phone calls.
I got all their numbers back there.
Okay, good.
We'll start making some calls.
Thanks for watching.